Hello, Sunyani, Bono region, Ahafu region, Bono East region, Ashanti region, Ghana. I have some exciting news coming your way. You know, for the past couple of years, we've been having some amazing leadership seminars in the city of Sunyani. My friend, my colleague, my son, Pastor Gospel, is the coordinator for Maximize, a leadership seminar, all-day seminar. We've raised amazing leaders. Listen, there's a leader on the inside of you crying out for expression, and you need that leader to come out. Many of life's greatest issues are leadership issues. That is why we are coming your way with a team to come help you. The information is right there at the Uzbek Hotel, October 12th. It's going to be there. I'm coming with the team. It's going to be awesome, and I want to see you. Come with your members, come with your team, come with your staff. Let's train them, let's coach them, and let's make them better people. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. Hello, Sunyani, Bono region, Ahafu region, Bono East region, Ashanti region, Ghana. I have some exciting news coming your way. You know, for the past couple of years, we've been having some amazing leadership seminars in the city of Sunyani. My friend, my colleague, my son, Pastor Gospel, is the coordinator for Maximize, a leadership seminar, all-day seminar. We've raised amazing leaders. Listen, there's a leader on the inside of you crying out for expression, and you need that leader to come out. Many of life's greatest issues are leadership issues. That is why we are coming your way with a team to come help you. The information is right there at the Uzbek Hotel, October 12th. It's going to be there. I'm coming with the team. It's going to be awesome, and I want to see you. Come with your members, come with your team, come with your staff. Let's train them, let's coach them, and let's make them better people. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. Hello, Sunyani, Bono region, Ahafu region, Bono East region, Ashanti region, Ghana. I have some exciting news coming your way. You know, for the past couple of years, we've been having some amazing leadership seminars in the city of Sunyani. My friend, my colleague, my son, Pastor Gospel, is the coordinator for Maximize, a leadership seminar, all-day seminar. We've raised amazing leaders. Listen, there's a leader on the inside of you crying out for expression, and you need that leader to come out. Many of life's greatest issues are leadership issues. That is why we are coming your way with a team to come help you. The information is right there at the Uzbek Hotel, October 12th. It's going to be there. I'm coming with the team. It's going to be awesome, and I want to see you. Come with your members, come with your team, come with your staff. Let's train them, let's coach them, and let's make them better people. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. Hello, Sunyani, Bono region, Ahafu region, Bono East region, Ashanti region, Ghana. I have some exciting news coming your way. You know, for the past couple of years, we've been having some amazing leadership seminars in the city of Sunyani. My friend, my colleague, my son, Pastor Gospel, is the coordinator for Maximize, a leadership seminar, all-day seminar. We've raised amazing leaders. Listen, there's a leader on the inside of you crying out for expression, and you need that leader to come out. Many of life's greatest issues are leadership issues. That is why we are coming your way with a team to come help you. The information is right there at the Uzbek Hotel, October 12th. It's going to be there. I'm coming with the team. It's going to be awesome, and I want to see you. Come with your members, come with your team, come with your staff. Let's train them, let's coach them, and let's make them better people. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.
You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. you, God fight for you, is with you, and he will show himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and he will show himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and he will show himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and he will show himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and he will show himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you.
Hello, family, and good evening to another amazing episode of Tuesdays with the Ambassador of Hope. Let me start by giving you my apologies for the late start. Little technical issues, but you know, we are here and we are ready to roll. I hope you are doing well. Every day above the ground is a good day. I see that there are so many of you online. Please share, please share, please share, please share. Share to as many people as possible. We're going to go right into the meeting tonight. Listen, we started a brand new series last week. It was The Law is the Law. Whatever you do, the law is the law. I'm sure some way, somehow, somewhere, you have encountered the law before. Whether it was pleasant or unpleasant, the law is the law. And the truth of the matter is that the whole of creation revolves around laws. God's creation revolves around laws. Laws help for us to legislate. Laws help for governments to govern or people to govern. Laws ensure that there's no anarchy, there's order. Laws ensure predictability. Laws ensure your personal elevation. Never forget that. When you follow laws, they help you. When you flout laws, they hurt you. Don't ever forget that. Listen, I've told you that if you're looking for a quick fix, I don't think you'll get it anywhere in this life. You know, that is why a lot of people are being taken advantage of by charlatans who are promising them a pie in the sky. Let me tell you something. Life is a process. Life is a process. And last week, I had a friend of mine. He came to our church. He was so amazing. He talked about understanding. And all day, yesterday, today, I've been really thinking about that. That if you don't have understanding on something, what you don't know can really hurt you. And so it's very good that you get understanding. That is what Ambassador of Hope is all about. I came to help you get understanding. You know, one time a man was doing miracles, signs and wonders. Then the Spirit of God spirited him away into the desert. He saw an Ethiopian eunuch. You know, it was a finance minister. And he was reading from the scroll of Isaiah, had no clue. And Philip asked him, do you understand what you are reading? And the man said, how can I understand unless somebody helps me to understand? I pray that you get a lot of understanding in this life, because once you catch understanding, you don't become a slave to anything any longer. A lot of things that are holding us may not be demon or devil issues, but ignorance issues. So share to as many people as possible. and then let's learn together. The law is the law. Now we said, what is the law? What is the? Let me do a very quick recap. Let's go on. Let's do this. The law is the law, and then let me just say hello to a few people right here. Nadia, today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Nadia. God richly bless you so much. We pray God's blessing over you. Kidin, good evening to you. Nana Kunedu, Toronto, Canada. God bless you. Nicholas Edu, Pastor Nick, God bless you this evening. Paul, how are you? I hope you and the family are doing very well. So good to have you here. You are always a blessing. Great man are you. Nana Morrison, cheers. God bless. Tracy Ann is in the house. Tracy, God richly bless you. Joycelyn is here. Julia, giving me all the glory. God bless you. Mark Pessima, our billionaire. Mami Nyamiche, you are right here. Ohinini Mo, God richly bless all of you. My miracle lady, President, good evening to you. And all our crowd on YouTube, there's so many of us. Please share to as many people as possible. And let's do this thing together. All over. So many of you on YouTube. Debbie Peter says, please share. Debbie the worshiper. Your program went so well. God richly bless you. Jesse Morrison, Dusseldorf, Germany. God bless you. Akwesi Usuansa is in the house. Brandon is in the house. God bless you all. So good to have you. I consider it a privilege. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to come your way. I'm so humbled. I'm so grateful for you giving me a little bit of your time. I do not take you for granted at all. What is the law? What is the law? I said that a law, and I'm going to put it out there, a law is a regulatory system of rules that guide our conduct or behavior. It is a regulatory system of rules that guide conduct or behavior. Because when there are no laws, we all can conduct ourselves in whichever way we feel is okay. And that descends into anarchy. You realize that in any nation, in any place, in any organization, family, whatever, that there are no laws, as it were. People do whatever they like. Anybody can invade your home. Anybody can hijack your car. Anybody can drive as fast as your neck will break, So laws are very important. There's another side of law that I'm very particular about, and this is it. It's a general rule. A law is a general rule that states what will always happen when the same conditions exist. What will always happen when the same conditions exist. So, all things being equal, there are all kinds of laws that work anytime, any day. We have there are kinds of laws, what we call universal laws. They work everywhere. For example, the law of gravity is there. It works everywhere so long as the same conditions exist. That is, if you don't go into orbit where gravitational pull has no hold on you, so long as you are within this thing called the gravitational sphere, gravity works all the time. It doesn't matter how smart or you are, or anointed you are, well-intentioned you are. If you go high up a tower and you throw yourself down because you don't like gravity, you know what is going to happen. The end result is not going to be very pleasant. There are rules that work. Everything must come down to earth. Everything that goes up must come unless you defeat it, like flight and other things. So all things being equal, that is it. There are civil laws. We all have civil laws. In fact, Romans chapter 13, the first 7 verses has to do with civil law. Let everyone be subject to the powers that be. There's no authority except that which is ordained by God. Every nation gets the leader it deserves. Never forget that. Let me not go there. And then there are relational laws, which we'll look at sometime later. Then we have the law of the elders. I'll come to that sometime later. It's going to be very interesting, to make you smile, to make you laugh, to make you cry, but it will change your life. Now listen, when it comes to the issue of laws that we are dealing with, you may not see them physically with your eyes. You may not even like them or agree with them. But laws are there, and they work all the time, and they affect us all the time. The master from Galilee was talking to a teacher of the law, a professor from a university. This man came to him by night, and he started having a discourse. And John, one of the guys, recorded it in his narrative in John chapter 3. And the master says something very interesting. He says that in John 3 and 8, he says that the wind blows where it wants, wherever it wishes. Winds blow, you know it. You hear the sound, but you can't tell from where it's coming from. You only see the effect of it. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. What interests me is the fact that winds blow. We see it. You can wake up one morning, you hear the wind blow, howling wind. Just a few days ago here in Georgia, it was happening. And then the next morning, You see broken trees. You wonder, where is this wind coming from? You may not have seen it with your eyes, but you heard it. And you saw the effect. In the same way, that is how the law works. The law is the law. You may not see law walking about, of course, maybe we call the police law, but you may not see the law of gravity physically with your eyes. You may not see some of these laws that I'm dealing with, but they are there. If you violate them, all the prayers in the world won't be able to help you. Hear me. Your elevation in life, your success in life, to a large degree, will be dependent on how you operate under laws. Never forget that. Laws control us one way or the other. And in the last episode, we started considering some of the laws. And last episode, we talked about the law of mistakes. The law of mistakes. The feedback has been tremendous. We leave them there for you. Please go back in your leisure, or take some time off. Just sacrifice some few minutes and listen to this. Make notes. Live by them. Teach other people. They are there for you free. But this is what the law of mistakes says, that if you don't deal with your mistakes will deal with you. If you don't deal with your mistakes will deal with you. And we learned a few things about mistakes. That mistakes don't ordinarily self-correct. Mistakes don't go away. Mistakes can come back and hurt you. Somebody may exaggerate your mistakes. So please, we all make mistakes. We are not perfect. We all make mistakes in our speech, in our conduct, whatever. There are things that we should do, we didn't do. There are things that we shouldn't do that we do. There are things we shouldn't say. We all make mistakes, judgments, decisions, and that kind of thing. But deal with them so long as there's life. You can handle them. And today we're going to move another step, and we're going to consider another law. And I call it the law of association. The law of association. The law of association. This is so powerful, a very powerful law. But my observation is that a lot of people underestimate its power and its importance in our lives. The law of association. I told you that this is not another church service. I want to be as simple as I want to help you navigate life with wisdom. I want to help shorten your learning curve. You may want to learn out of your experience, but what if you don't survive your own experiences? Please, whatever it is, let's learn. Let's become a better version of ourselves. The best room in your life is the room for improvement. And it comes when you learn things. You may know it already, but let somebody else just say it into you. The law of association. And this is it. I'm going to quote the law of association. I wrote here that you will eventually become like who you associate with. You will eventually become like who you associate with. Very important. You will eventually become like who you associate with. Because the people that you associate with, they will either change you upwards or bring you down. Never forget that. There's no association in this life that is neutral. Never forget this. There's no association, there's no connection that is neutral. They either take you up or they bring you down. In fact, the wise man says something in Proverbs chapter 13 and verse number 20. It's so sobering. Anytime I read it, I feel like, I need to live this. I need to be very careful. It says that the one who walks with wise men will be wise. Association. The one who walks with wise men will be wise. But look at the other side. But the one who is a companion of fools will be destroyed. Now look at it carefully. It means, do you see a devil in there? Do you see demons in there? No. It says that all you have to do in order to be destroyed is to walk with the wrong company. Fools. This is so piercing. I read it and I said, no, I have to be very careful with my associations. Listen to me, my friend. All you need to do to get into destruction in this life is to get into wrong company. This is what the book is saying. Do you know how many people who are in some veritable hell on earth, all because they fell into the wrong company? I'm sure you know there may be people who may have died prematurely because of bad counsel, because of bad company. Could it be that some destinies have been muted because of wrong companionship? People are loaded. People have destiny crying on their heads. People are educated. They are well-intentioned. They are on their way to success, to some breakthrough, until wrong association came in. Listen, those you associate with will either feed your faith or they will starve your faith. They will either empower you to go forward or they will disempower you, as it were, to be stagnant. Never forget that. Like elevators, your associations will either take you up or they will take you down. It's never static. If you fellowship with turkeys, you will never fly with eagles. I want to repeat it. Look at me in the eye. If you fellowship with turkeys, you will never fly with eagles. Please, one of the greatest gifts that God ever gave to you is the gift of choice. I'm begging you, the gift of choice. He said that I call heaven and earth to testify against you today that I, the Lord God, I have set before you blessing and cursing. That is in Deuteronomy 30 and 19. Blessing and cursing, life and death. But God being God and being so good, he said, but choose life that you and yours may live. So he's even talking about transgenerational, that when you make choices of excellence, not only does it affect you well, it also affects your descendants. Everything that you and I do today, we don't do it for ourselves. We move from generation to generation. We are the product of a generation that went ahead of us. And the generation behind us are going to be our products. Think about that. You don't live for yourself. It's a baton race. So please hear me and hear me well. Choose your associations. Nobody can force you. There are no accidental friends. There are no friends imposed upon you. No, you have a choice. You have a choice to say no, and you have a choice to say yes. Choose wisely. Choose wisely, my friend. And there are different kinds of associations. They go in different directions. Let me give you some 3 directions of associations. Number 1, there are upwards associations. Upwards associations. There are associations of people that we look up to. People who have done what we haven't done. And I'm going to come there in a bit. Then there are sideways relationships. Sideways relationship, like our friends, like our peers, those that we whip with, those that we go to jail with. I mean, not like literal jail. Those that, we bounce things with, those that are our buddies, we can be silly with them. There are sideways associations. Then there's a downward association. So upwards, sideways, and downwards. Downwards associations are the people who look up to you. The ones that you are responsible to do. And every one of you must have people that you pour into. Your connection must not be just what I get from up or just I get from the side, but also what I give to others. That is how life works. Because without breathing out, breathing in means nothing. You take in, you have to put out. You take in, you have to put out. That is how life goes. You eat, you excrete. That is how life goes. So it's important that you understand that. And in this episode, for the sake of time, I'm going to consider one of the avenues of connection that brings elevation in a very powerful way. Very important. And that is upward association. I'm talking about having a connection, having an association with those who have been where you haven't been yet. Those who have what you don't yet have. Those who have achieved what you haven't achieved yet. People who have done things that you look at and say, I want to be like that. I want to do like that. All of us in our lives have people like that. Who have achieved things. They have blazed trails. They've done amazing things. That is why I encourage you every day. Please read biographies. Read about how people got to where they got to. Because the secret of great men and women are in their stories. The secret of great men and great women are in their stories. They tell you their stories. They tell you how they made it. They tell you about their failures. They let you understand that their failures were born, that their success was born in the womb of failure. Nobody is a self-made person. Nobody got up there by themselves. Never forget that. And you have to consider that in this life that you and I live in, a lot of our elevation, a lot of our success will come to you when you learn to strategically associate yourself with people who have gone ahead of you in a particular venture. The sad thing that I've noticed today is that a lot of people get intimidated by people who have a little bit of notoriety, a little bit of success, a little bit of accomplishments or achievements. People get, in fact, sometimes people even hate people. I know people who hate rich people. To them, every rich person is a crook. You can't denigrate people like that and become rich. Because whatever you denigrate, you repel. And whatever you respect, you attract. Whatever you denigrate, you repel. Whatever you respect, you attract. Never forget that. Listen, you have to learn to strategically associate with people who have something. Listen, if you look into your life and all the people that you are associated with are in the downstream of things, you don't belong there. Because there are people, all your friends are younger than you. All your friends have less achievement than you. All your friends have done nothing. You are like their star and everything. You need to consider it. You need to get into associations that will challenge you, that will pull you up, that will bring something out of your life. I'm talking about people who will help you enter into your promise. People who will release the dream that is on your heart. I'm talking about people who have walked in the paths that you and I desire to walk. I know you know some of them. And we have several designations for such men and women. Some people call them mentors. Others call them coaches. Others call them mothers or fathers or teachers or pastors or influencers or anything, whatever you call them. But hear me. I'm going to put this thing out there for you. Whatever you don't have now, there's a high chance that God has placed it in somebody. Whatever you don't have now, there's the probability, there's a chance, high chance, that God placed it in somebody. You know your burden? Your burden is to locate those individuals or that individual, lock into them by wisdom and help them. Oh, I can feel it as I talk to you. I believe in you. I'm the eternal optimist. God did not waste his time creating junk. You are a possibility with a capital P. There's something palpitating on your inside. That is why you get frustrated sometimes. That is why you can't sleep at night sometimes. Because there's something crying out on the inside of you. There's an eagle crying. There's something that is crying out for expression. But you know something? Somebody has to help you to release it. Never forget that. Never forget that. Listen, the Messiah, the master, the carpenter from Galilee, the quintessential master, he found a bunch of some 12 people. They had dubious characteristics. In fact, if they were to be in today's generation, even in that generation, nobody would give them a spitting chance. But Jesus saw that they were loaded for world impact. They were packaged in wrong limiting boxes, but they were world impact people. And you are like that. You have been created for impact, but maybe temporarily you have been packaged in trouble, packaged in setbacks, packaged in wrong locations, packaged in all kinds of mistakes you've made, packaged in people's opinions, packaged in wrong names that people have given to you, packaged in names that people have tied to your mistakes that you made. And because of that, you are looking down on yourself. Listen, it is not over until God says it's over. Don't give up on yourself. Let people have their opinions about you, but it's what God thinks about you that holds the last card over your life. I believe in you. I believe in you, my friend. I believe in you. They tell us that one swallow does not make a summer or a spring. And I also believe that one mistake does not define you. One wrong turn does not define you. God will bring you back on course. God will do something with your life. Refuse to hear the damning voices that shoot gunfires of accusation into your ears all the time. Learn to silence the voices of condemnation that tell you that because you are this, because you are black, because you are white, because you are striped or polka dot, because you are male or female, because you are this, you are that, you've done that, you didn't do this, you can't make it. Says who? Who is it that speaks and it comes to pass when the Most High God has not commanded it? I believe in you. I believe in you. Listen, your last day can even become your best day. If you don't believe me, ask Samson. His last day was his best day. He accomplished his purpose, and you will accomplish your purpose. Hear me. You are immortal until your life assignment is over. God has packaged you. Jesus saw these men, tax collectors, fishermen. I mean, people that had no respect. But he saw something. That is why he will see them and say, follow me and I will make you. Follow me. I want to release something from the inside of you. He sees Simon Peter. You know, he's called Simon. Simon means a reed, something weak. And he says, you are Simon, but you shall become. That is the possible you. You are this, but you shall. I'm sure when Jesus said, you are Simon, but you shall become, people who knew Simon said, oh, this man doesn't know what he's talking about. The man has violent tendencies. He's a rough fisherman, rough at the edges. And Peter proved it sometimes. He will run a race and lose. He will cut off people's ears. He will deny the master. And people's worst fears were they were confirmed. Look at this man. But Jesus has seen something, that there's a world leader, that one day this man will stand and in one speech bring thousands of people to become disciples of the master. There's something on the inside of you. Please hear me. He will make something out of you. In Acts chapter 4 and verse number 13, I'm going to read it from the Living Bible. We're going to put it out there. It's very, very important. Jesus is dead and gone. These disciples were even afraid, but all of a sudden they realized that this thing is finding expression. I'm talking to you about the law of association. Look at that. They stood before the Sanhedrin. They were questioned. They were pressured. And the book says that when the council saw the boldness of Peter and John and could see that they were obviously uneducated non-professionals, they were amazed. Now look at this. And realized what being with Jesus had done for them. People were amazed. Uneducated non-professionals were speaking with eloquence, were speaking with power, bringing results. They had never been to the rabbinical schools. They've not sat under the feet of some of the top rabbis and the Sadducees and wouldn't cease. And yet, these people began to manifest something that the establishment couldn't handle. But they looked carefully and they realized that being with Jesus had done something. I'm asking you a question. What has your association done for you? This was clearly association at work. You need upward association. And for the sake of my lesson, in these few minutes, I'm going to call them dream releases. Dream releases. Dream releases. Say it to yourself. Dream releases. Dream releases. Dream releases. I love this. I love this. Yes. Okay. Let me go right ahead. Let me go right ahead. Dream releases. Hear me. There's somebody assigned by God to release your dream that is on the inside of you. Some people call it destiny helpers. I know it's a worn out phrase. People even say it and they have no idea what it truly means. But you need a dream releaser. The dream that is in your heart must not die. You came here with a vision, with a drive, with a mission, with a dream. It should not die. Somebody must release it. Somebody must help you release it. Never forget that. A dream releaser signifies three things. Number one, he or she must be a shoulder you can cry on. We all need people like that. We all go through things and listen, it's not every shoulder that you can cry on. Some of you know what I'm talking about. You thought somebody was your mentor until you discovered they were your tormentor. Deep things were shared and you wish you had told it to CNN or Fox News or something. Every one of us at a point in our lives, we need a shoulder to cry on. Because life sometimes can be brutal. Life can be merciless. And that is where a dream releaser comes. You've started a project. You started a business. You started college. You started a course. You started something. But somewhere you felt like you've hit the brick wall. The voices of condemnation are firing gunshots at you. You need a shoulder that you can cry on. That shoulder will not let you cry forever, but at the point, it also becomes a brain that you can pick. Whose brain do you pick when you need to make heavy-duty decisions? Whose brains do you pick when you've come to the crossroads? Whose brains do you pick when you need somebody to help you so you cannot make mistakes? Because there are some things in life that you cannot afford to make mistakes. There's no margin for error. And that is why you need a dream releaser. Somebody who's not jealous of you. Somebody who will not take your idea and run away with it. Somebody who will not denigrate that dream. But a brain that will counsel you and guide you. And it's a foot to kick you to move when inertia and lethargy has gotten you down. This is your dream releaser. They must be able to comfort you in your hard times. They must be able to counsel you with their brains. They must be able to kick you, because sometimes you just need a kick. Get up and move. Listen, this association called dream releaser is vital for your elevation. When you learn by wisdom to associate with dream releasers, you benefit greatly. When you spend time with a dream releaser, when a dream releaser comes into your life, they speak to you mouth to ears and spirit to spirit and modeling to learning. That is life. That is life. Hear me. Before any impartation, there must be an association. Don't forget that. Whether it's good impartation or bad impartation, the baseline is association. But within every association, there's a test. I'm saying this to let somebody understand that anytime you get into a dream releaser, somebody who can help you, there are always tests. And so sometimes it may even feel like, oh, this relationship won't work. No, it will work. But there's a test, because it's only after a test that you get a testimony or an elevation. So I have a question for you tonight. Do you have a dream releaser in your life? Who imparts wisdom to you? Who gives you guidance? Who gives opportunity to you? Who opens doors for you? Who communicates lessons by their words, by their attitudes, by their lifestyle, by their warnings and admonitions? Who does that to you? We all need dream releasers in our lives. Other than that, God forbid, your dream may die on the inside of you. There's nothing sadder than people who are alive, but they never live. They are alive, but they never live. You are always sorrowful because you know that there's something you can do. But who is there to help you? Who is there to release your dream? Hey, originally I come from a soccer mad nation. Football, soccer, mad nation. Every young male, where I come from originally, Ghana, I hear the population is about 30 million, the south side of 30 million or something. And there are about 40 million football coaches, soccer coaches. When the national team is playing, you should see, we have so many coaches, they make the selections, they tell who is wrong, who is this. For me, that's my pastime. I just love to read the comments. It's beautiful. But I noticed that there could be some players who are amazing. They are majestic ball players from their mother's wombs. But they would never hit the heights of professional soccer because they never had anybody to release their dreams for them. They lived and died in obscurity because there was nobody there for them. Could it be possible, people of God, that Moses, with all his mission, with all his anointing, his staff, bringing down the greatest empire on earth to their knees, could not have learned the art of delegation had it not been for a dream releaser called Jethro? Think about that. Moses, he was making bad mistakes even though he was anointed. And so Jethro had to come in and say, you are wearing yourself out. And from that, Moses was brought into another level. Moses learned that. And he took a young man, Joshua, who followed him everywhere and released Joshua's dream on the inside of him. Jesus took some 12 apostles and released their dream that was on the inside of them. Please hear me. I believe that your elevation is in somebody's hands. It takes somebody to locate you, somebody to notice you, somebody to help you let your number come up. I think I've told this story before. It's a true story. A young man left law school and went to practice in a small town, Midwestern town. He hired a place, put out his sign, had his furniture, and put out his adverts in that small town. And for the longest while, nobody would bother about him. He was worried. But right across town was an elderly attorney. He had been in town for a long time. He was getting all the business. So this young man figured that maybe I need to go talk to this old man. Maybe he has some secrets that I need to learn. He booked an appointment, went to see the old man. And he said, sir, I've come into the city. I've tried to practice. It's not happening, but I see that. Listen, you have more paper than you can burn. What can I do? And the old man chuckled and said, you know what? Tomorrow at exactly midday, meet me at so-and-so restaurant downtown, and I'll show you the secret. Before midday, the young attorney was there. The old man walked, they came in, and then they chose a table at first by the side of the road. They wanted to dine by the side of the road. You know, during summer, people eat outdoors. So the old man and the young man sat. The old man began to question the young man, how's your life? Tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your law school? I mean, they had a good lunch. And when they were done, the young man paid. And the old man said, hold my hands and let's cross the road as I go to my office and you go to your office. And they crossed the road hand in hand. And after they crossed the road, the old man said, well, have a good day and let's see what happens. And the young man said, sir, but you never shared anything with me. The old man again, in his own wizened face, with his eyes bright, with mischievous dignity and wisdom, smiled and said, go your way and let's see what happened. It wasn't long before the young man began to have all kinds of work. People were thronging to him, helping him. His business was booming. So he booked another appointment to go see the old man and asked him, so what did you tell? What happened? And the man said, when I had lunch with you, it was an endorsement. When I held your hand and we crossed the street, it was a release of your dream. I was telling the whole town that I believe in you and that I've endorsed you. Maybe you are struggling because somebody has not endorsed you. Maybe it's rough for you because somebody has not released your dream. The carpenter from Galilee was baptized. He was God in his own right. But before anything, during his baptism, there was an apostolic endorsement that says, this is my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. This is my beloved son. On the Mount of Transfiguration, when the essence of his glory was manifest, that same voice again said, this is my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Hear him. So it's important that you get a dream releaser. I pray that God will give you a dream releaser. Now, here are a few wisdom keys. I want to leave with you in a few minutes, and then I'll call it a day. I hope you are learning something today. Number one, you must desire a dream releaser. Excuse me. You must desire a dream releaser. Have a desire. Because the truth is that you don't get what you don't look for. You don't get what you don't desire. You don't stumble into great things. Please don't let life be haphazard. I think I've quoted General de Gaulle several times here that he said politics is too important to be left in the hands of politicians. And I rephrased it for Ambassador of War and I said that life is too important to leave to chance. What are your desires? The proof of your desire is your pursuit. Do you desire somebody? Do you desire for somebody to come into your life to help you? Do you desire for your life to be better? Do you desire for somebody to help you one way or the other? Let it be there, because God will honor your desire. Then from there, you go to the second part. You pray for God, to God for guidance. Pray to him. I believe in the power of prayer. There are a lot of things that people say is prayer, but it's madness. It's just ignorance, screaming all over the place. But prayer must be targeted. Prayer must be wise. Prayer must come with a lot of wisdom. He says that you have not asked, and you have not received because you haven't asked. He says, ask that you may receive, that your joy may be full. He said, if anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God. He gives to men liberally. It will be given to him. Don't doubt. Ask God for guidance. Lord, help me to the right person. Because let me tell you something. One person, like I told you about the man, who comes into your life can help you. Around 2006 or so, right now we are in political season in America and some other places. The difference is like day and night. It's very interesting. And there's this young upstart, a community organizer who determined that he would run to become a president in America, unheard of, unthinkable. A black man from Chicago who had become a senator or something, state senator, whatever. He was a community organizer. Who was going to give this man a chance? From 1776. What, this thing has no. But when Barack Obama determined to run for president in America, one man, Senator Kennedy, I remember, endorsed him. The moment Senator Kennedy endorsed him, he released that man into his dream. I shudder to think if that man hadn't done that, because Kennedy is a respected statesman, especially among the Democratic Party. And that is what he did for Barack Obama. Who will release your dream? Pray that God will help you. And then number 3, when you see a dream releaser, a potential dream releaser, number 3, pursue them. Pursue. The proof of desire is pursued. Follow proper protocols. Please, when you want to pursue people, please be very wise. Because they have everything we need. We may not have anything that they need per se. And people like that normally could be busy because they could be pulled on in many directions. Don't be a liberty taker. Don't sit back and be passive with this entitlement mentality that I took an offering to him and he must come. No, you made a bad mistake. Some of you are making bad mistakes. You must as well carry your money and go and throw it into the sea because you are making mistakes. There are some of these things that have come out of this Pentecostal charismatic thing that is not helping young men. Please, 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 in the name of everything that is holy, be wise. Pursue such people with wisdom. Timing is everything. I have people in my life like that. That when I started building a relationship with them, I was discreet. I was careful. I respected their time. I'll not just pick up a phone and just call them. And today there are people like that. The moment they get your phone number, it doesn't matter which time of day, which hour, they will call you. You don't pick up, they will call. There are some cultures like that. No boundaries, no doubt. Great people don't give you the time of the day. I beg you, let me use myself for once as an example. Occasionally I do that. Please forgive, I don't like the word I because there's no crowd in it, there's no team in it. But for the sake of this, I hardly call people without first texting them. Whether they are upward, sideways, or down. You will agree with me. I would not pick up a phone and out of the blue just call you. And there are people who can even call great people to prove to their friends that they know so and so. Oh, I feel sorry. People have done that to me. You know something? You close a door because you're not walking in wisdom. Oh, I'll call him. I know him. Oh, yes, let me call him. You'll see. I want to prove to you that listen, there's no enduring value in that. No redeeming value in that. That's lack of wisdom. You are unwise. Pursue them with wisdom. Don't be overbearing. Timing is very important. Text first. Because you are asking somebody for something that they cannot recycle or gain back. Time. So pursue their dream. Number 4, pay the price for that association. Every association that will help you comes with a price. In this life, there are hardly any free lunches. Don't ever forget. You need that. You need that association. Could serve the person, give to the person, follow the person, something, carry their bag, do something. I have people, this past, not too long ago, I told a particular dream release, I said, listen, next year, can you show me a little bit of your calendar? The places you go to. I from Ofosu-Appiah, I want to shadow you. I want to watch you in something. Oh, yes. And I mean it, I'm serious. Pay the price. Then the final thing is, learn to pay the price to protect that relationship. Protect that relationship. Why do I say that? A lot of people get dream leaders in their lives. They may be testing you or something, but we tend to take them for granted. Hear me. Access is a great privilege. Don't mismanage it. Access is a great privilege. Please do not mismanage it. Sometimes some dream leaders are about to help you, but you quote them carelessly. You drop their names. You want people to know you. Listen, there are some associations. Please protect them. I have some. Don't come out of my mouth. If I mention some of them, you'll be surprised. But no.
especially when you have studied your terrain. You've got to understand. Don't do that. Protect that relationship. It's very important that you get that. I hope you have learned something today. Please listen. The law is the law. The law of association is this, that you become those like those you associate with. When a dream releaser comes into your life, gradually, you become like them. My prayer is this, that the Lord will give you favor. The Lord will favor your righteous cause and help you to get a dream releaser in your life. An attorney, like I told you, can come into your life and with one signature, open doors for you. A coach, a father, a mentor, a business person, somebody. There could be a lot of movie actors that all they need is one person to endorse them. That's all. A guy somewhere in the forest of Africa. I don't think he in his wildest dream ever thought he would do a Hollywood movie. And then there was somebody saw him and said, this guy can play a part in a movie. Plugged in from the forest of deep Africa. Beasts of no nation. And this young man became an actor. The gift was there, but there was no door. There was no dream releaser. May the Lord help you. May the Lord help you. And listen, may you also find yourself as a dream releaser for somebody. Whatever God has given to you is not just for you. Because as you do for others, God will also make happen for you. This is my story. This is my song. The law of association. You eventually become like those you associate with. Upward, sideways, downward. But today I talked about upward association. You can be like them or even more if you learn to walk in wisdom. May the Lord help you. Listen, before I go, we advertised before we started that next in October, we'll be doing Maximize Conference in Sudan. Please don't cut me off yet. Don't cut me off. Every year we've gone there, it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. We are taking what the Lord has given to us and we are taking them into the nations. All over the world it's happening. And we are going there. Listen, if you want to support us, there are many people who are coming. Most of these things that we do, people have sponsored us. The charges are just very minimal, maybe just for lunch or something. And you know, every year the costs go up. We are asking that help us. Just $20 can sponsor somebody. 20 pounds can sponsor somebody. Just help. The giving platforms are, there's another announcement I want to give to you. Please don't go yet. Don't go yet. And that's going to be a brilliant one. You don't want to miss that announcement. But it's all there. If you want to do Cash App, the number is there. It's the same for Zelle or PayPal Advanced Life. If you are in Ghana, Nigeria, whatever, you can do Telecell. That's what they call it. Vodafone Telecell. That's the number 0248214472. Help us in your own little way. Help us. Help us. And for all of you in the Bono region, Bono Ahafo, Bono East, Ashanti region, Northern region, Savannah region, we are coming your way. It's going to be awesome. Maximize 2024. 2023 was something else. 2022 was something else. But 2024 will be on another level. We are coming with a team of people. Some are flying out from Atlanta with me. Some are coming from various places in Ghana and Africa with me. It's going to be awesome. And now for any one of you who is in a senior pastor or senior management position, I'm advertising again masterclass. I've had one already for I think 52 high-end leaders, senior pastors or senior management, whatever. It's a masterclass. The last one, I told all the people who enrolled in the last one, please don't come again until another time because there's so much information I'm giving. I'm teaching you about team building. I'm teaching you about emotional intelligence. I'm teaching about building capacity. I'm teaching all of these things. It's going to start the first Monday of October. And normally it's for 8 weeks. Anybody who has been there will tell you. They will tell you their testimony. Their lives have become better and richer for that. Again, somebody has to release your dream. Somebody has to help you. And by the miracle of technology, we want to help you. 8 weeks, invest in this. Invest in your life. If you want to register, please send an email to the address out there
leader@advancedlife.org. leader@advancedlife.org. After a few weeks, we are going to close register. Last time, so many people tried to register after we had closed it. And once it's closed, the law is the law. No means no. So please do it. Please do it. It will help you to release you to do amazing things. And then, starting in October again, the first Thursday in October, I'm doing an online Bible school. Online Bible school. So if you want to be there, I want to train you. Now, by the miracle of technology, you don't want to go sit in a Bible school for all the rest of your life. You can do your work, do whatever, and let somebody school you. Let somebody help you. By God's grace, January 18th of next year, I would have done full-time ministry for 40 years. 40 years. 3 years before then, I was doing part-time work, go do this. So 43 in total, about 40 years full-time. I've been a dean of schools. I've been a vice principal of Bible schools. I've taught in Bible schools, several of them. I want to give it to you. At this stage of my life, all I want to do is to point to your life. If you want that training, whether you are an emerging leader, or even if you are a pastor already, but you need some theology, look at all the things that are happening on social media. The craziness, the things that I read people's comments, I read people's things that they put there, and my heart bleeds. Please. There's a scripture that says that Ephraim is a cake not turned. You see, when you are baking a cake and the top looks good, but it's not turned for it to be well done all through, it can give you stomach troubles. That is where half-baked came from. Ephraim is a cake not turned. You don't want to be a half-baked leader. You don't want to be a half-baked pastor. Somebody has to help you. So if you want to do that, send us information, info@advancedlife.org. info@advancedlife, and state that you want to enroll in the Bible school. Give us your name, your telephone number, and your email address. Your name, your telephone number, that is where it's there. Please screenshot it, take a shot of it, and let's do that. Classes start in earnest. You get notes, I won't tell you the rest, but whatever it is, I can promise you your life is going to be better for that. So if you're in senior pastor thing or senior management, the master class is for you. leader@advancedlife.org. Register ASAP. Some of you need to go tell your pastors that there's this great thing happening. It's very important. Then if you're going to do Bible school, then it's the other one, is info@advancedlife. So master class is leader@advancedlife. This one is info@advancedlife. I hope it's been a blessing to you. God willing, next week will come your way and we'll learn some new things. Thank you. Please support us for the Sunyani thing. And whatever you do, please pray for us as we pray for you. We love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Have a good evening. Bye-bye for now.